I wonder if they're like the old Venus flytrap ones. What do you reckon? They look like they got a parting in the middle where they can close. See, they've probably got all that sort of shit in here. Right, it's like a monkey friendly venue, but are they friendly monkeys? I said it before, I say it again, you do have to be so careful of these fuckers, because they will rob you blind. Because they're not shy, they're used to tourists, they know we carry all kinds of goodies, and if they think they're in for a chance, they will rob, they will take the food out of your hand, climb on your back, get out of your backpack, the lot. Oh, you know, I've not been here, so I don't know what these ones are like. Oh, what kind of tree is that? Look at that. Have you ever seen a tree like that before? Oh, bastards. These ones are bastards. The last thing I want them to do is bloody take the camera out of my hand and sell it on the black market. Yeah, you see, this is the trouble. In an area like this, where the monkeys get so much human contact, they are going to develop human habits, which is basically robbing, stealing, threatening, bullying, intimidating. So, yeah, that's a really fascinating tree. Stick one in the comments box, please, if you know anything about that. Never seen that before. I've just caught this one opening the bin, trying to go inside it, but they're obviously they're little like drop chute type bins, so you can't get anything out of it. Ah, how'd you feel, you fucking jippo? Yeah, go on jippo, try again. Comments please, to the effect of, what the fuck are they? Look, this one's got a little Mohican. Nice hair, mate. He's like Spike out of the Gremlins. You remember the one that had the white Mohican? Got a white stripe? Really evil one. Oh look, there's a little baby Mohican one as well. Punk rock monkeys. Look at this fucker. He's literally eating out of a tin can. Hardly very civilised. You know that's a drink. You just lift it up and put it in your mouth, mate. You don't have to put your hand in there. Philistines. So this would be a fantastic day out if you're ever a flora person. Absolutely marvellous. Look at this. And you may have noticed entrance fee gratis. So you know that's up my street. Look at these, they're like mutant trees, aren't they? It's like mutant plants. The land that time forgot almost, isn't it? Look at this absolute beast over here. Jesus Christ. Look at the leaves on that. You get a fair bit of rice wrapped up in that, eh? Good bit of nasi lemak you could put in that. Wonderful. Yeah, some of the biggest plants in the world around here. In Indonesia, the old Rafflesia something or other. So kind of Latin name with the amalgamated with Raffles, I guess, the explorer that, you know, discovered many of the great sites of this part of the world, including Borobudur Temple in Indonesia, which is one of the most disappointing landmarks you might visit, so I won't be going there. Yeah, the Rafflesia, whatever, that's what I'm going to call it, Rafflesia whatevercus, is like the biggest flower in the world, and it stinks apparently, and I actually might be hunting one of those down. Watch this space. But I'm going to go in there and have a walk around. I'm going to leave my big bag just lying outside, but I'm taking that with me because seriously, those little bastards will rob it, or they'll open it and everything will be everywhere. I don't really care if they open that one. See that little lonely pink one in amongst all the green? Reminds me a little bit of myself in a way. Oh, squirrel. Something like a squirrel. Marsupial, can we say? Did I use the correct terminology there? Is that marsupial? You know, I know a bit about a bit. Comment here if I'm wrong. Now. The reason is there's one butterfly. It can't be a butterfly enclosure, can it? There's a butterfly hill. I fucked up big time yesterday, I gotta say. I fucked up big time yesterday. Got up too late, got on the bus too late. It's a hop on, hop off bus. I didn't have time to hop on, hop off anywhere. It was basically by the time I got to the end of the line, that was all she wrote, you know. So, missed out on the national park, missed out on the butterfly enclosure. So this is my effort today to get a little bit of nature in and finding more fascinating plants. I mean, look at the symmetry in that. Why does that happen, eh? Why is it like that? What purpose does that serve? Look at that. I mean, these are living things, you know. These are living things, part of the earth. Just like you or I.
And all the ginger.
Ginger?
Yeah.
Which one is ginger?
Wild ginger. Yes, yes.
That is wild ginger.
Wild ginger.
You know like they make the tea? Ginger, same like that?
This is
Oh, that's the root, isn't it?
yeah, the roots, the rhizome. But normally this is for herb, medicinal uses.
Medicine, yeah? Is that the same though? The root of that is the ginger for the tea and all that? 'Cause that's for medicinal purposes as well, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. But the rhizome they will use for the medicine, not the leaves or stems.
Okay.
Okay, it's look like a torch ginger.
Alright,
The flower
cool.
will look like a straight in one inflorescence with like a torch.
Thank you, mate. Cheers, thanks for that. Yeah, because that's another thing, interesting thing to think about. You know, anything, any of our medicines or anything like that, they're all derived from herbal remedies. I mean, we don't really subscribe to herbal remedies and whatnot in the West now, but they came from, you know, our medicines were derived from this stuff, you know. Everything comes from within the earth. Nothing comes from outside the earth, does it? Or, you know, maybe it does, you know, depends what you believe, which version of history you believe. But in theory, nothing comes from thin air, right? Nothing spontaneously comes into existence, except maybe the entire universe. But apart from that, fuck, it's barely even worth worrying about, isn't it, really, when you think about it? That's another beauty. What is it? Covered with ants. Do they serve some purpose? Is that part of the system, or are they parasites? Could we ask the same question about ourselves within this planet? Getting philosophical now. You might have noticed I keep trying to sneak a bit of philosophy into these videos. I have got another channel purely for philosophical purposes. I might slip you the link to that one day, you know, if you're good, if you're being nice, if you've got enough subscribers, I might slip you the link to my philosophical channel. It's not as good as this one, I don't think, but in some ways it is better and certainly more important. So watch this space for that one. That's fucking got the alarm bells ringing in the CIA headquarters now, I tell you. Honestly, if you even knew. If you even knew what I've had to fucking put up with, even on this trip. Anyway, that is another story, and I think it will be told. I just want to make it clear, if I seem mildly facetious with some of my remarks about religion, you know, I'm not against religion. In fact, I think everybody should have it. I think the world would be a much better place if we could all take a bit of spirituality into our hearts. But I don't see the need for any of these prescriptive religions that we have, you know. I mean, each to their own. Everybody should be entirely entitled to believe what they want to believe, to act as they want to act, and just to, you know, worship God and the environment and others around you in whichever way you see fit. And if your religion helps you do that, then brilliant, love it, carry on and do it, you know. But the reality, so much of it is rubbish, you know. And for me, any part of any religion that tells you you can't eat this, you can't eat that, you gotta wear a beard, you gotta cover this part of your skin, you can't you know, have sex outside of marriage. You can't have sex or get married to someone who doesn't share the same religion, who doesn't belong to the same club, you know. You can't do this on this day of the week or this in this month of the year. You know, this useless, it's not necessary. Don't get me wrong, you know, I actually think vegetarianism is a wonderful thing for those that, you know, are not so addicted, and those that have not been trained into carnivory, is that a word? You know, to be a carnivore, to eat meat, you know, because I've been trained all my life and I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to give that up. I don't know if I have the willpower to give that up. Yeah, you know, so, you know, not eating things because you recognise them to be a part of nature, a part of the universe, equally important as you, that is a good ideology, you know. But not eating a specific thing but still eating another one, that's pointless. You know, maybe certain animals are deemed dirty, unhealthy, again, that's a good reason, and each to their own, do whatever you want to do. But I'm just saying, prescriptivism is the only problem that I have with religion. The ultimate purpose of it, to recognise something more important than yourself, yeah, that is what we need in the world, and we should have that. And to be honest, devout people do have that sensation more, you know. Devout Christians, particularly devout Muslims, you know, Hindus, Buddhists, all these people, they do have a greater sense of the individual's place within the whole, and it's really important. And we've lost all that, you know, with our kind of diluted religions in the West, i.e. Christianity, which is, you know, in many ways less offensive than other religions, but at the same time less effective than other religions, because it's still like, just do what you want, it don't matter, just say you're religious and then act in any way you please. So that's why I have a little bit more respect for the likes of Islam, because at least they are kind of what a religion should be, you know. Maybe Hinduism as well, you know. I believe people take it more seriously, their belief means something, their belief has some knock-on effect to within the universe, you know. So I've got respect for these religions, don't misunderstand me for a minute, but all in all, we don't need any of them, is my opinion, because we could come out here and we could recognise ourselves to be a part of all this, and that to me is the greatest religion, and that is one that we could all benefit from. And as I just mentioned, really the one that most people are subscribing to now is materialism, consumerism, capitalism, yeah, also known as greed, also known as lust, right? You know, and I'm a greedy, lustful, gluttonous person, and I don't see anything wrong with all those things in moderation. But having a bit of religion in your life, which I've never had, does teach moderation. And it's important for that reason alone. I mean, people say like, oh, why do Muslims fast? Well, it's to teach moderation, it's to teach self-control. So again, it serves some kind of purpose, doesn't it? It serves a greater purpose than, you know, what we practice in the West, what we claim to practice in the West. So that's why, as I've said, one of my agendas throughout this project will be to kind of shed a bit of light on Islam for those of you that think it's an evil cult, because it ain't really. It's beautiful when practiced correctly, and unfortunately a lot of people don't practice it correctly, and they think, you know, they seem to have missed out the part about not killing innocent people. But anyway, another story, long story, I've said too much already. Is that a helicopter? Shit, they're after me. Okay, aku sekarang masuk rumah kaktus. Ada banyak cactus. Cacti is the plural of cactus, isn't it? I believe. These little red ones. Oh, that's a beast. Oh, look, these are like snaky ones. See, cactus come in all shapes and sizes. Yeah. Who knew there were so many different types of cactus? Oh, look at these ones. Note that I am resisting the urge to make any phallic innuendos. I've already lowered the tone far too often in these videos. Oh, look at those ones. Quite fascinating, isn't it? Oh, come on, how can I not? That one, Jesus Christ, has even got a bell end on it. Fucking hell. That is a bit what my cock looks like actually, but slightly larger. Just turn it off, you know, if it gets too much. Just like skip to the next video or something. Fucking hell. Wouldn't fancy that one up here, would you? Jesus. Right, so all profanity aside, the botanical gardens in Pulau Penang, definitely one for the list.